Dear students, in this class, we would like to discuss about boiler mountings and accessories. Okay, now I will share the screen. In the last class, we discussed the basic qualities and characteristics of a boiler. In this class, we would like to discuss about boiler mountings and accessories. So, two different items. What are mountings? What are accessories? So in the screen, you see devices which are mounted on the boiler for its control and safety operation. So for control and safety operation, that means we are controlling some characteristic features like temperature, flow of water, flow of gas, and for safety. So not to have some high pressure or blasting. Like this, some control and safety operations are required. For this, we need some devices. These devices are called mountings. Okay. And second devices, the devices which are mounted on the boiler for improving its performance are called accessories. That means if you are satisfied with the existing performance, accessories are not required. So the boiler mountings are necessary or compulsory items, while the accessories are optional. So if you want to have more performance, more easiness, and some facilities, okay, so more comfort is needed for the control and operation. So you need accessories. Okay. So if they are, your work will become more easier. If they are not, your work will not be suffered. Right. So one by one, we'll discuss about the mountings and accessories. So the various mountings that need to be fitted to the boilers according to Indian Boilers Act are steam pressure gauge. So to read the steam pressure in the boiler, so whether steam pressure is increasing or more increasing or crossing over a particular critical limit. So according to the reading in the steam pressure gauge, you will like to know. And second mounting is water level indicator. So continuously we are supplying the water, but we don't know whether there is a problem in the pipe or not. So if there is any problem in the water pipe, we don't get the water into the boiler, but boiler will get heated due to the fuel heating, right? Or fuel combustion. So if the water is not there, automatically there will be damage to the boiler shell. So water level indicator is a must. And safety valve. So if steam pressure is crossing over some limit, so to release the excess pressure of the steam, we need to let the some of the steam to go out. Just like in your house, so some of the excess steam will go out of your pressure cooker. Okay, this is the live example for a boiler. Okay, and fourth one is feed check valve. So feeding means sending some input water to the boiler. So feed check valve. So it is opened and closed. So to make the water to enter into the boiler or to stop. So to feed the water in the boiler. And blow off cock. Blow off cock means to remove the scale and impurities from the boiler. So scaling means so the impurities will form and they will form some sediments or some solid substances at the bottom of the boiler shell. So they are called scale. Okay. So these are some dissolved salts and some other materials. They will form some hard substances. So and they're like the stones. Okay, or some hard surface. So to remove the scale and impurities, we need to open the blow-off cock at the bottom of the boiler shell to remove. Okay, and manhole. So a person has to enter into the boiler shell for periodic inspection. This will be done while we are going for overhauling. Okay, or some periodic inspection. And seventh one is steam stop valve. So the name itself is indicating to stop. So to stop or allow the flow of steam from the boiler. And eighth one is fusible plug. So fusible, that means ready to be melted. Okay. So the material characteristic for this fusible plug is to be lower melting point. So what for it is? To stop firing when the water level is lower than the safe limit. What is this? We'll discuss later in detail. And anti-priming pipe. So to separate the moisture and allow only dry steam through steam stop valve. While the generation of the steam is going on inside the boiler, some of the water particles may also mix with the steam. So to enter into the turbine, we need to have only dry saturated steam. So we need to separate water particles. So for this, anti-priming pipe will be useful. Now we'll see one by one. These are the skeleton diagrams of the water level indicator. So it is located in front of the boiler in such a position that the level of water can be easily seen by the attendant or the operator. So in general, we are having two water level indicators. And second one is the pressure gauge. So this is Borden tube pressure gauge. This is the normally used pressure gauge. It is fitted in front of the boiler in such a position that the operator can conveniently read the reading. So what is the critical pressure? What is the allowed pressure? What is the minimum pressure? Right? So this is pressure gauge. So this is the some detailed diagram and the safety valve. So here we are having some different varieties of the safety valve. It depends on your requirement, and these are located on the top of the boiler. So they guard the boiler against the excessive high pressure of the steam inside the drum. If the pressure of the steam in the boiler exceeds the working pressure, the safety valve allows the blow off the excess quantity of the steam to atmosphere. So the pressure of the steam in the drum falls. So you maintain the required pressure inside the boiler. So the escape of the steam makes audio noise to warm the boiler attendant. Just like in your house, you are having some whistles from the pressure cooker. So same thing. This is that is also the safety valve. Okay. And these are the different varieties: deadweight safety valve, spring-loaded safety valve, and the lever-loaded safety valve. And it is fusible plug. So very important safety device which protects the fire tube boiler against overheating. It is located just above the furnace in the boiler. So I will show you in detail what is the benefit of the fusible plug while we discuss about Cochrane boiler. Okay. So it consists of a gunmetal plug fixed in a gunmetal body with a fusible molten metal, right? And during the normal boiler operation, the fusible plug is covered by the water. So it is boiler is filled with water and the fusible plug is inside. And temperature doesn't rise to its melting state. But when the water level falls, that means boiler is not having enough water. So it is continuously heating. So it uncovers the fusible plug. So the furnace gases heat up the plug and fusible metal of the plug melts and the inner plug falls down. The water and the steam then rush to the hole and extinguish the fire before any major damage occurs to the boiler due to overheating. So the working principle of this fusible plug, it enables that your firing will stop automatically whenever the water level is below a critical limit. Okay. And blow off cock, already I told earlier, blow off cock means to remove the sediments and whatever the mud, sediments, scale particles that are in the accumulated at the bottom of the boiler shell. Okay. And feed check valve. So the feed check valve is fitted to the boiler slightly below the working level of the water in the boiler. It is used to supply high pressure feed water to the boiler. It also prevents the returning of the feed water from the boiler if the feed pump fails to work. So it is to be one way only. Suppose you are having a fusible plug, it is not working well, right? So due to the gravity or some pressure inside the boiler, the water should not come back, right? So like this, the feed check valve will be adjusted. And steam stop valve. It is located at the highest part on the top of your boiler shell and it regulates the steam supply to the use. And the steam stop valve can be operated manually or automatically, right? So once the generated steam, if you let the steam to go out, you need to open this valve, or if you want to close it for some time, so you need to stop this. That's why it is called steam stop valve, right? So be cautious. Safety valve is different, stop valve is different. Safety valve is to make the excess steam to go out. Excess steam to go out. Okay. Whatever is the stop valve, whatever the steam required to enter into the turbine, you open this valve and let the steam go out to hit the turbine blades. Okay. So this is a minor difference between stop valve and safety valve. And we are having some accessories. We discussed earlier, these are the parts which are required for smooth operation of the boiler to increase efficiency of the boiler. These are not actually compulsory, but if they are, your working efficiency will increase, right? So one is the feed pump. So to deliver the pressurized feed water to the boiler, and it is located just before the feed check valve, right? And injector to increase the pressure of the feed water by using kinetic energy of the steam, and it is located before the feed check valve. And feed water heater to increase the temperature of the feed water by using waste heat carried by exhaust gases. So feed water heater, it is called economizer. Why the economizer is there? Because if you supply normal room temperature water to the boiler, much of the energy given by the fuel combustion, it will go to water increasing temp to increase the temperature of the water only. Suppose I supply water to 25 degrees centigrade. So water has to reach 100 degrees centigrade. Then conversion of the water into the steam will take place. So it is consuming a lot of energy. Suppose the flue gases heat will be there, right? It becomes waste. So the heat carried by the exhaust gases, if it is utilized to increase the temperature of the inlet water, that is called feed water, right? So if the feed water temperature could be increased from 25 degrees centigrade to at least 50 degrees centigrade, this will become economy in making your combustion heat of the fuel. Okay, right? Now the it is superheater. Second uh, level economizer, it is superheater to increase the temperature of the steam above the saturation temperature, and it is located in the boiler shell in the path of fuel gases. Okay, and steam separator. There is another item that is anti-priming pump. So this is separate, that is separate. So to remove the water particles from the steam, so it is located near to the turbine in main steam pipe. Okay, and steam strap. After remove the water particles from the steam, the water will gets down due to the density high. Okay, so to drain away the water from the steam pipes, steam jackets and steam separator without allowing to escape, steam strap is located in steam pipe after the steam separator and near to the turbine. Okay, and air preheater. So to increase the temperature of the air before it enters into the furnace by using waste heat from exhaust gases. So it is located in the path of flue gases between economizer and chimney. So chimney means it is a final outlet of the exhaust gases. So exhaust gases, while they are carrying the heat, their heat is to be utilized to increase the inlet water as well as inlet air. So inlet air is for the combustion of the fuel. Okay. So these are the mountings and accessories discussion. Thank you very much. If you like the video, please like, share, and subscribe. Okay. Thank you very much.